Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Our lesson is about the preparation of solid solutions. At the end of this video, you will be able to describe how to prepare a solution of a given concentration starting from a solid solute. Please prepare your pen and your chemistry booklet. First of all, let's make a quick revision about some notions. Notion number 1, about the solution, which is a homogeneous mixture made up of a solvent and at least one solute. The solvent is the substance which dissolves the solute, and the solute is the substance which is dissolved. And when the solvent is water, the solution is said to be aqueous. For example, salty water, it is an aqueous solution where the solvent is water and the solute is the table salt. Acetone plus varnish, non-aqueous solution, the solvent is acetone, a liquid other than water, and the solute is varnish. Notion number 2, it's about the molar concentration, C, which is equal to the number of mole of the solid solute in mole over the volume of solution in liter, and the unit of this concentration will be mole per liter. Third notion, it's about the mass concentration, Cm. It is equal to the mass of the solid solute in grams over the volume of the solution in liter, and its unit will be gram per liter. Okay. Let's start our new job. Would you like to be a chemist one day? Being a chemist, you have to realize a chemical reaction, take precise measurements, record data, compare different substances, and prepare a solution. You can prepare a solution at home, such as preparing a cup of tea, but to prepare a solution of more precise concentration, such as a medical solution, you have to use specific glassware and to follow a definite procedure. In lab, you have to make an activity, so we intend to prepare a copper sulfate solution of molar concentration 0.05 mole per liter. To prepare any solution, we need specific materials, and in our activity the needed materials are a digital balance, spatula, watch glass, funnel, wash bottle of distilled water, crystals of copper sulfate, and this is the solute in our activity, and the volumetric flask. First of all, we have to make the calculation of the solid solute used to prepare the solution of molar concentration 0.05, and we need the molar masses of copper, sulfur, and oxygen. The calculation of mass of the solute is as follows in two methods. Method number 1, we have to use the two formulas, number of mole, which is equal to the mass of and the molar mass of the solute, and the concentration, which is equal to the number of mole and the volume, and this is the molar concentration. First, calculate the molar mass of copper sulfate. We need the molar mass of Cu, molar mass of sulfur of S, and 4 molar mass of oxygen because we have 4 oxygen atoms. The value is 160 gram per mole. The mass of copper sulfate, it is equal to the number of mole of molar mass using this formula, and then it is equal to the concentration times molar mass times volume using the second formula, and the value is 4 grams. Second method, molar concentration, it is equal to the number of mole of volume. Number of mole is equal to the mass of molar mass over molar mass over volume. Okay, Cm equals C times M, and we have Cm equal mass over volume. Relate these two formulas to calculate the mass. So mass of the solute equals Cm times V equals C times M times V, and the result is 4 grams. Okay, let's take a look about the difference between a volumetric flask and a graduated flask. Graduated flask, such as Erlenmeyer flask, beaker, graduated cylinder. The volumetric flask, such as volumetric flask of volume of a definite volume. In our case, it is a 250 milliliter. About the graduated flask, they have many graduations. Okay, but the volumetric flask, we have one graduation, one volume. So the volumetric flask, it is used for measuring accurate volumes of liquid solutions, and the graduated flask, the accuracy for volume measurements is so poor. The followed procedure. Okay, step number 1. Put the water glass on the digital balance and weigh 4 grams of copper sulfate using a spatula. Second, put the weighed solid solute with precaution and using a funnel inside a 500 milliliter volumetric flask. Third step, rinse the water glass and the funnel with a small amount of distilled water from the wash bottle. Fill the 3/4 flask with water. Shake well until all the solid solute is dissolved to obtain a homogeneous mixture. Then add with precaution distilled water up to the line mark of the volumetric flask. Close the flask with the stopper and shake it well in all directions to homogenize the solution. And you have to pay attention when we add the distilled water up to the line mark. You have to keep your eye in a horizontal position with respect to the line mark. Watch the following video that shows the steps performed in a lab. Pause the video to answer the exercises of the evaluation. Okay, exercise number 1. Choose the correct answer and justify. The convenient glassware to prepare a solution of capacity of volume 250 milliliter is a beaker 250 milliliter or a volumetric flask 250 milliliter. Second, the molar concentration of 50 milliliter of BaCl2 solution prepared using 5.2 grams of the solute BaCl2 is 0.5 mole per liter or 0.05 mole per liter. And you need the molar mass of BaCl2 to make the calculation. Exercise 2. Describe how to prepare 100 milliliter of sodium nitrate NaNO3 solution of concentration 0.4 mole per liter. And you need the molar mass of sodium, nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, exercise number 1. The correct answer is the volumetric flask 250 milliliter because it is more accurate. Second choice, it is the 2.1, 0.5 mole per liter because when we make the calculation of the concentration using the formula N over V, and instead of N we have to use M over molar mass, and the result is 0.5 mole per liter after making the calculation. Second exercise, during the description of the preparation of the solution, first of all we have to make the calculation of the used mass. Okay, calculate the molar mass of NaNO3. We have 3 oxygen atoms, 1 nitrogen and 1 sodium. Using the formula of the molar concentration N over V, and instead of N, molar mass over mass over molar mass over V equal mass over molar mass times V, then the mass it is equal to 3.4 grams. And during the description, the second step, you have to write the followed steps and the followed procedure. So we have put the watch glass on the digital balance and weigh 3.4 grams of copper sulfate using a spatula. Put the weighed solid solute with precaution using a funnel inside a 100 milliliter volumetric flask because we have to prepare 100 milliliter of sodium nitrate solution. Rinse the watch glass and the funnel with a small amount of distilled water from the wash bottle. Fill the 3/4 of the flask with water. Shake well until all the solid solute is dissolved to obtain a homogeneous mixture. Add with precaution distilled water up to the line mark. Close the volumetric flask with the stopper and shake it well in all directions to homogenize the solution. So in order to describe the preparation of a solid solution, we have to make first the calculation of the mass and then to write the procedure, the followed procedure. And when writing the procedure, you have to mention the mass of the solid solute and the capacity of the volumetric flask. Thanks for your attention. Be safe. Goodbye.